rapper and entrepreneur, Tre P. What's up with you, bro?
What's up, baby?
I'm cool and appreciate you for letting me pull up and joke you, dig. What's up with you?
What's up, bitch? Had to get you through. Fuck, we've been partners for a minute here.
Facts.
Fuck, we ain't never tapping. So, you know.
I was thinking that, you know, like, dog, it's crazy we never really sat down and did this year, man.
Right? Yeah, that shit crazy. We should have been to do it. Nigga just, it's so natural that they don't even think about work.
Real shit.
You feel what I'm saying?
Real shit. So, for everybody who don't know, tell them where you from.
I'm out the east side of New Orleans, Louisiana here. For those that don't know, New Orleans, you know, down south. You feel what I'm saying? The nitty gritty, you know what I'm saying, of the city.
So, yeah, but that easy. That bit different. That bit different, bro.
Bitch hectic right now. That bitch ain't what it used to be.
Real talk, though.
That bitch, the wild east for real.
At this moment, we going through a hurricane. So, give me your thoughts on that right quick.
I mean, I probably feel like how everybody else feel. Nigga tired of going through that shit as far as like, every time a nigga get hit about a little bit of rain, it's flooding and shit like that. Like, that shit bad, bro. That shit just be happening repeatedly, and that shit getting old now.
Real talk. You seen the power? Like a transformer or something like that. You hear me?
Yeah, they said 8 transformers fell in the Mississippi River. You hear me? That shit wild. They're gonna be out of electricity for a little minute. That shit crazy.
So what's your thoughts? You think people should leave? You think people should just like, it's time to rebuild? Or
I mean, it's gonna have to be the way how Katrina was, like as far as like having to rebuild and dug it out. Some people can't move, some people can, just depend on the circumstance that people in, but that shit just slowing down people in life. Like that shit just unnecessary. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it can't be avoided, we just gotta deal with it. Unless they try to do something about it, which they really ain't doing shit about it because we keep flooding every time we get a little bit of raindrops.
Real talk, dude. Do you think that's like the funding of the city, or you think it's just like naturally gonna happen by being in New Orleans?
I don't know, bro, cause like I wouldn't be right if I was trying to piece that together and come up with a legit answer, cause I really don't know the logistics of the plumbing and all that shit, but I feel like it's always something that could be done, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's something that can be done to keep that water from coming in, you feel what I'm saying?
I feel the same way, in all honesty, because it didn't used to be like that, bro. It really didn't used to be like that.
That shit getting worse and worse because of that. We sinking every year. So that shit worse.
So paint a picture of growing up in New Orleans East.
I mean, for the hurricane in New Orleans East, it was just I was younger, but it was a little bit more active. That's the word. Like, you got your people. We had our mall. We had our own movie theater. We had Six Flags. You know what I'm saying? So it was really like the upper echelon of New Orleans. You feel what I'm saying? Part. But then like after the hurricane, when that shit hit, that shit just did like the complete opposite of what it was really meant to be and stand for. You feel what I'm saying? It was really stand for like black people that was doing good. You feel what I'm saying? That's where they moved to. You know, everybody would move to the East because the East was like the place to be type shit if you were a wealthy black person. You feel what I'm saying? But now that bitch just on some. They don't care about the East no more. Like, it's on some shit like fuck the East. The East remind me of how Uptown used to be before the hurricane. Like, them bitches just switch personalities type shit. Like, them bitches real wild and so mixed up with so many people from every hood and shit like that. So with different hood personalities that's merging together, and them niggas just animals. Like, them niggas ain't like animals out there.
You think that was done purposely?
I mean, fuck, I feel like any gentrification is done purposely. You feel what I'm saying? It was, like I said, that's why I said about just like fuck the East. You feel what I'm saying? We care about this area that got more historic meaning to it than that area. So fuck that. Let's push all the poor or lower income people over there. That's not something. That's obviously on purpose. So, excuse me.
And if you could do anything to help that situation, what would it be?
I mean, build the East up. The East need big shit to raise the property value. We need, like I said, a mall, a movie theater, shit like that people want to come to. How the amusement park and shit. That shit bring people to the city. But now we don't have that shit. And that was really, I don't think, competing with the historic shit that was going on in New Orleans, because nigga, we got shit going on too. And then we had a skating ring and everything. I mean, an ice skating ring in the mall and all type of shit.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that ice skating ring in the
Yeah,
mall.
they had that bitch in there.
I ain't even know they had a mall in the East.
The Plaza.
I ain't know that.
You never heard of the Plaza?
Nope.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Plaza, boy.
So how long you been rapping?
I've been rapping since I was 14. I'm 28 right now. So.
What made you start?
I used to watch Lil Bow Wow rap, you hear me? Everybody wanted to be Lil Bow Wow at one point.
Facts.
You know,
Nah, I didn't want to be Bow Wow.
Nah.
Honestly, I wanted to be Romeo.
Alright, yeah, but Bow Wow was a nigga to look up to, and Romeo was a nigga to look up to at that point. I ain't gonna lie. But I saw how Bow Wow was young like that. I was like, man, I want to do that shit. That shit look fire. That nigga ain't gotta never go to school, I bet. I was like, that bitch ain't go to school. That bitch is rapping. He living his life. I gotta go to school. That nigga got a Mickey Mouse chain.
I was thinking the same thing. I
want a Mickey Mouse chain, man. Fuck that. That would make me want to rap though. And then I started rapping and shit. And then fuck. After that, I started. My cousin wrote my first rap for me, and when he wrote that kind of started me off, like writing my own shit, because I kind of had something to base my shit off and how to put words together and make them, you know, fit and shit like that. But that shit turned into a whole lot of shit. You feel me?
So what's your hobbies outside of rapping?
Shit, I like the golf. I like the.
You play golf?
I play golf.
How you got into that?
I played golf. I visited Boston one time with my baby's mother, father, and we was out there, and basically it was on some stuff like, he was like, let's go golfing. I was like, it was kind of like, it was odd to me because I never did it before. I was open to it. I was like, let me try this shit out, because I used to think it was boring watching that shit.
That's why I asked you that. Like, I don't want to play golf, but that don't look fun.
Yeah, it don't look fun, but when you playing it, it is fun. Like, it's on some shit like, I don't know. Playing that shit it make you want to play more because you really trying to like hit the ball into the hole. So it was really crucial to me because I was actually getting some progress though when I was hitting that bitch. And like that first swing when you gotta hit it so it could go far, that bitch fire. It just make you feel like, yeah, that shit hard. Then you get closer. The closer you get to it, the more points you get. Like, so it's like, if I could get to the ball in three swings, I mean to the hole in like 3 swings, I get a fire point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but if it take me 10 swings to get to that bitch, then I lose type shit. Like I don't lose, but I get less points.
Yeah.
But the shit actually interesting, you hear me? And I feel like I dominate in that shit. And if I won't get in that shit, I take over. Straight up.
You ever thought about professional golf?
Yeah, I thought about it. When my first day doing it, I was like, I can do this shit.
Why you don't do it?
Because I was winning out there. I mean, for why I don't do it, because fuck, I just don't be having the time right now. But once I free up my time and actually like be able to focus on that shit, I'm gonna go crazy.
So, you grew up in the East and you moved to Atlanta after high school, right?
Yeah.
What made you move to Atlanta?
Shit, fuck. My people was trying to like get me to go to college and shit. But like, I ain't really have nothing I wanted to do. Like, I ain't know what I fuck. You know, I ain't had nothing to go to college for. So, you know, I found like a music program or some shit like that, but I was trying to get out of town. So I was just trying to find something I could just do out of town. I was gonna take business management. Then my partner, he ended up going to a school called Full Sail, and it was teaching him how to do music engineering and shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, fuck. He went to that type of school, but it was high as motherfucker, like 100 bands for the semester or some shit like that. So I ended up finding another one that was like another type of school that was similar to that school, but it was in Atlanta. So I signed up for it, and we had did a tour or whatever. And I was like, fuck, I already be recording my shit, you know, by myself already. So I was on some shit like, I want to master this shit, so I ain't really got to pay no nigga to do none of my shit. Like, and if a nigga tell me no, fuck, I could just go in there and do myself. So I ended up going to the Art Institute of Atlanta, and I ended up leaving in 2000. I went there to 2012, and I left in 2014. I came back to New Orleans. I didn't finish the program, and I ended ended up graduating from Delgado in the same program because they had a program, an audio production program. So I ended up finishing that shit, and then I just kept. It just helped me get my music better type shit. Cause I was able to make my shit, sound better, and I could be creative with my shit, like chopping it up and making it skip type shit and playing with the beat. And shit it expand your creativity.
So, in your opinion, what's the difference between New Orleans and Atlanta?
New Orleans is kind of like get it how you live type mentality, and Atlanta is like everyone could get something. It's a lot for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And like that crab in the bucket mentality New Orleans have, like, bitch, I gotta get it first. Like, that's the difference. You feel what I'm saying? Out here, these niggas kind of help each other out and pass the torch down right quick, like, to the next one. You feel what I'm saying? But they got their pros and cons when it comes to shit like that. Cause like New Orleans, we straight up, we real. You feel what I'm saying? And nigga can't never take that from us. You hear me? But at the same time, some niggas be taking that gangster shit to the point so serious, but they don't even be making no money. They won't be too gangster. Like, you too gangster to make money at a certain point, cause that shit don't make money unless you really put some work in, like, for some money. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that, niggas don't really be trying to get nowhere with that shit. And it's some niggas that do manage to still have their New Orleans mentality and still be able to keep their shit business and know how to make money and keep it excelling and going to the next level. It's just a difference. Like, fuck, them niggas just, we New Orleans in a whole, we just be on some crab in the bucket shit. It's just hard for us to get somewhere. So like, we don't be open to other niggas with pain and shit. It's just like, it's fucked up. And we are, anybody that let us know, how it go, fuck.
You think it ever change?
I feel like we got potential to change, you feel me? It's gonna take a handful of people to make that bitch change, you feel me? Like, show niggas that it is a lot of money out here to get. Like, you don't gotta be trying to put your brother down, nothing like that, to get the bread, you feel what I'm saying? There's enough money for everybody out here.
So you got a lot of features with like Soulja Boy, Southpaw, but you got Kevin Yeats, Spitter, Rich the Kid, Fat Trell, Kid, etc., etc. You hear me? Like, how did that come about, and why did you take that approach to go get like bigger features and stuff in your music?
Fuck. At that point when I started doing features, that's me trying to just go to the next level, not, me just seeing shit from face value and thinking, oh, this is what niggas doing, niggas working with each other, and that's how niggas getting their name out, which is like a true statement, but fuck, I was just basically doing that just to get my name out, but shit didn't really pan out how I thought it would fucking pan out, you feel what I'm saying? But them features ain't really everything. If the relationship is legit, you feel what I'm saying, then it works out a little bit better, like how the relationship I got with Soulja Boy and the relationship how I got with fucking V's, D-Hill and shit, niggas like fucking Rich the Kid, it's different vibes, you feel what I'm saying, because I actually like know these guys. Like, I went on tour with 300 tour Rich the Kid. Me and fucking I done slept in Soulja Boy's house. Like, I done slept on this man's floor. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't leave. This man let me stay. Like, it's just like, it's real. Like, I got real relationships with niggas. And it's like, when you deal with niggas and being real with niggas instead of coming around niggas wanting something, they just automatically won't fuck with you. And if you rap, you happen to rap, they gonna hop on that bitch with you. Feel what I'm saying? Opposed to if a nigga paying for a feature, like I paid Kevin Gates for a feature when I first started. That was my first feature I ever paid for. Probably my first. I only paid for I paid that nigga for 2 verses. Yeah, I paid for 2 verses, but I only paid for one of them through a favor type shit. And basically, that shit didn't really get me nowhere because I was paying for it. A nigga was looking at me like a customer type shit. So that's when I learned, like, man, I ain't really trying to be on that type of time when nigga feel like I'm a lick or you feel me? I'm saying, shit like that. Trying to get niggas out, get money out of niggas and shit like that. I feel like it's better when you build this relationship with these niggas.
I think so too, and the music will come out better. You have better chemistry on the track and shit like that.
Yeah. Cause niggas don't feel forced to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I learned. That's the difference between fucking with niggas paying niggas for features and actually fucking with these niggas. And these niggas fucking with you for who you are. Cause 9 times out of 10, if you a real nigga, they gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? If you on your shit and you handling your biz, a nigga really can't hate on you unless a nigga just like a hate at heart. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact. So speaking of D Hill, you mentioned him. You got a project with him and a separate project with Chase the Money. Tell me how did that come about, and what made you go that way?
Me and Chase the Money was used to live in Atlanta together type shit, and like that's like my brother on some shit. Like, you know, dude used to be like sleeping at my house. I used to be coming to sleep at his shit. Like when times we'd be fucked up out there. We used to be fucked up. Like we was in college and shit. So like that's I really came up with dude. I really watched dude become something like type shit. Like when niggas ain't even know him type shit. And that's how me and him just been going ever since. You feel me? Because it's real chemistry. You feel what I'm saying? That's gotta go back to what I'm saying about the features. Cause fuck, when niggas feel like they really fuck with you, they won't fuck with you, and they whatever they feel like you love to do, and they do it too, they gonna fuck with that. And fuck, and with D Hill, I had did the me and V's ended up doing a feature. V's is the Detroit rapper. He popping in Detroit or whatever. He be rapping with Babyface Ray and shit. Me and him did a feature in the studio, and I didn't even know who dude was at first. And dude D Hill, he was really sitting in the corner the whole time, so he hearing us doing the feature and shit. And he reached out to me on Instagram. He was like, man, I fuck with your shit, that. And I had a video. I got a video out right now called Big Shot Cream or whatever. And you know, I be doing my little freestyles and shit on other people's beats and shit. Like, you know, I just be doing that shit because that shit fun to me. So like, I be dropping that shit, and I dropped that shit. And he ended up hearing it when he followed me, and he was like, man, you know, I made that beat, you feel what I'm saying? I like how you do that shit, you feel me? Let's make a tape, you hear me? He was like, I don't even want no money, like, I fuck with how you coming. And I was like, man, that's love. And dude, he produced Life is Good with Drake and Future and shit. Like, he all on Drake album and shit, you know, all type of shit. Dude got some hits. So that shit made me feel good by myself. Like, a nigga like him that's, you know, doing shit like way up here, like, man, I fuck with you, like, man, let's do some shit, like, nigga, like, I see some shit in you. You feel what I'm saying? I have to be that genuine love I be talking about.
Real talk. So I feel like you got an eye for people who like kind of fly under the radar, and you kind of like find them and work with them for the most part. You know what I mean? You feel like you got a career in that even after music.
Hey, what you mean? Say that again.
Like, you find people that like a lot of people don't really work with, or a lot of people don't really know, and you work with them. You know what I mean? And really like you kind of like reach out to them, even though you're not like one of the bigger artists. You still,
right,
you know what I mean? Your eye and your ear still find people that kind of like fly below the radar. That's not really superstars. You know what I mean? You feel like you got a career in that as like maybe like in management or like a record label or something like that afterwards.
I mean, I did and dabble in everything, nigga. I started out doing my own shit, so it was just like me. I've been having artists that like I've been seeing potential in, putting them in studios and shit like that. Like I used to manage Jigga Money. I used to do shit with Nico bands. Like I used to do a lot of shit with artists to try to like, you know, help them get to their next level. And a lot of them did get to the next level, like with the kind of plugs I plugged them up with and shit like that. But niggas was talented, and I see talent in niggas. Like I got a good eye for seeing like who gonna do some shit. Like that's how I was with Kevin Gates, and like I knew dude was gonna be something. Like even Rich the Kid, like when he used to be like, he was like the fourth Migo, but nobody ever like kind of paid attention to him back then. He was just rhyme, but I was like, man, dude kind of hot, man. Ooh. We ended up linking because of Kid, you feel what I'm saying? So it was just genuine. I was like, man, dude really gonna be somebody. He blew up. Him and Kodak Black and Playboy Carter had that song, and he went up after that. And I ended up linking up with a nigga Mexico Dro that made the beat, and he talking, you know, he wanted to make a tape with a nigga too. We actually got a few songs out right now. That nigga with the stamp plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some shit with him. We supposed to do a tape deal. I got buku shit I already did with him though.
So you feel like it's harder to build a buzz in New Orleans or Atlanta?
I mean, you can build a buzz anywhere. It's just like how much buzz can you build in a small ass city? Like there's only so much you can do. You feel what I'm saying? Like niggas like Nino got like a buzz in the city, like, but it's just like New Orleans ain't the. If you have a buzz out here, it's a different type of impact because it's so many people and there's new people coming here every day. So it's like it's different. New Orleans is a place where like niggas don't just move there just because. Well, I just want to move to New Orleans. Like how you just want to move to New York or Cali. Niggas, you go to New Orleans because you got family or you got a job down there, or you just a white person that love art that just want to be around that shit. Ain't nobody just moving to New Orleans like that.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact. So you did a versus with SK David, you know what I mean? And you ended up coming out on top. You feel like you really won?
That's not playing, son. Why you asking this, man?
I'm asking
Why you
you,
asking this, man?
You really feel like
you asking me this, man?
a lot of people, bro.
I fuck with David, son, but David can't fuck with me.
Shout out to David, man.
Shout out to David, man. No David, but you can't fuck with me, David. You know it's your bread. Yeah.
Facts, that been really low.
That
What it
bitch
was,
had
a
a
band
little-
or something like that?
Yeah, he try to get this little bots or whatever on whatchamacallit. It ain't work though. You hear me? Bots don't work around here. Bots. That shit did.
So look, what's your biggest inspiration?
Shit, it's my family. That's it. For my family, my business. That's what I do it for. Fuck. If I ain't believe in this shit that much and feel like I could put everything at risk for this shit, because I know I'm gonna be able to take care of my family for this shit, that mean I really, that mean a lot to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like doing this shit for my family and me doing this shit. But putting them two things together make it make sense.
What's your did you watch the recent interview with Hot Boy Turk on Vlad?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the interview?
I don't know, son. Fuck Turk tripping. I guess that's I don't know. I ain't understand about that. But that's not how New Orleans niggas rock. For sure.
Facts. So where you see yourself in 3 years?
Shit. More money, more success. You feel me? Alive. Well. My baby girl healthy. My girl healthy. I'm healthy. My family healthy. That's all I care for. I don't really be, I just like being comfortable and being at peace. I don't give a fuck about nothing else.
What you want people to take from this interview?
Shit, fuck. I want people to really know, like, who I really am type shit, because I really be out the way type shit, so it's like, nigga know me, but nigga don't know me, like, nigga like, man, oh, you say Tre P, nigga gonna know, like, well, I know homie type shit, but I don't know homie. But I want niggas to understand, like, niggas be thinking they know me, but y'all niggas don't really know me. Like, I think y'all know me, but y'all don't know me.
So what's something that like you would think? What's something you would want somebody to know that they wouldn't know from looking at like your social media and stuff like that?
Man, this shit hard, nigga. Like, fuck, anything that I do, don't think, you feel me? Like, this shit ain't easy. This shit hard. This shit hard work, and it takes dedication, and like, it take discipline for a nigga to really take his time out and to really create some shit and go forward with some shit and make that shit the best it can and bring it to its pinnacle. You feel what I'm saying? And I really want niggas to know I'm really the spitting image of what I feel like my young brothers should be and all the niggas that feel like they can't accomplish certain shit because they feel like they're in a certain situation. I want niggas to look at me be like, that nigga did it, so I know I could do it. You feel what I'm saying? Cause that's how I look at niggas, and that's how I did everything in my whole life when I first started this music. Like, niggas didn't want to shoot videos. I looked at them niggas like, nigga, if you know how to work that computer and woo and shoot this and get that and that, I know I can figure that out. You feel what I'm saying? If you can make these beats and make them bitches hard like that and we the same age or, you feel me, we come from the same place, I know I could do it. So I want niggas to feel like that, you feel me? Feel like, don't just look at other niggas and be like, man, I wish I was doing this, man. Get do that, you can do it. Because it's being done every day. You just wasting time if you ain't doing it.
That's a fact.
That's it. You gotta stay out the way. If you ain't done nothing, you need to get out the way. Cause you gonna that's why niggas getting killed. Niggas ain't got nothing to do. If you had something to do every day, trust me, you'll be doing that shit every day. Niggas that got a job will work every day. Throughout them 9 to 5 hours, your nigga is at that job. He ain't doing nothing else but what he's supposed to be doing. Nigga got too much idle time. Get some shit on your agenda.
Real shit. Dude. You and your family recently opened Neo's in ATL. So talk about that experience.
That was a crazy ass experience doing like our grand opening and shit. Like, seeing that many people really pop out for that shit just gave me like reassurance that like I'm doing the right shit, and for the right reason, and fuck, that really showed me what I'm really like, what I'm capable of, and what me and my family could do together. Like if we all put our heads together, and like that shit was just crazy, son. I wasn't expecting that many people to come out. We sold all the food, like shit was crazy. Like people were standing all down the line. I ain't never experienced that shit. Like not even that for a show. You feel what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy. That shit crazy. It's a blessing. I just put it like that. Shit, a big old blessing.
Like, I really do feel like that restaurant gonna be a staple right there for a long
right
time.
Right there in the middle of downtown Atlanta.
Y'all doing it for real,
bro.
That's how you do it.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium, nigga.
Then y'all really brought the city of New Orleans to Atlanta for real.
That bitch all city. Like, ain't no cap, it ain't no motherfucking mask on this shit. This shit real. This shit all New Orleans. You come in that bitch, you gonna vibe like you in the fucking New Orleans party. You gonna talk to all New Orleans staff. They gonna all authentic food from a New Orleans chef. Everything that in New. There's no cap in this shit. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas is flying back and forth from New Orleans just to handle the bids in this bitch and make this bitch 8-1. That's why I feel like this gonna be what Atlanta really need when it comes to, we want New Orleans food, but we can't really get it because we don't know where to go. Everybody faking it. You feel what I'm saying? They got Asian people faking, like they Cajuns out here. They ain't from New Orleans. They ain't from Miss You, none of that. They faking. They straight from Atlanta, but they acting like they Miss You people. They say New Orleans seafood. Yeah, swear
I
to
seen
God.
that they got New Orleans po' boys, man.
Man, I pressed them bitches. I'm like, we out from the city? Cause I'm looking at the crawfish and y'all got the season on top of the shell, and I'm not feeling it. Like I'm not feeling that, bro.
Real
Like,
talk,
what's up with that? So you can't be from Michigan. I'm looking at the Asian. I'm like, you ain't Vietnamese. You hear me? Cause Vietnamese, black Chinese, they black Asian people. You can't be Vietnamese. You putting ain't putting garlic on. It's not even the Cajun season. It's garlic. You blowing me. I'm like, where y'all from? I'm not from New Orleans. No, we're not from New Orleans. I'm like, man, fuck no, bro.
That'd blew me.
They gave me the fuck. I'm trying to have a good Easter Sunday. I'm thinking I had to stay down here. I'm like, you know what we do in the city? We go to the lake, you hear me?
Nice.
Going to chill on the hill, eat the crawfish, get the squirrel. I'm trying to have a little day. I'm trying to envision myself as if I'm at home, because it's like, this shit ain't home, so I'm trying to make it as much home as I can, when I can. They pissed me off with that shit. Shit was nasty as hell.
So tell everybody where they can find you and your music at.
You can find me everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all that shit. Anywhere you want to look, I'm there. Amazon, iHeartRadio, anything you want to do, I'm there. SoundCloud, whatever. I'm coming through with that shit. There's a new tape on the way called the AP. That bitch gonna be the hottest thing smoking from New Orleans. You hear me? We gonna show these niggas how we tee up in the city, and we gonna show these niggas that we could do this shit together. You hear me? Straight up. I got a lot of good New Orleans features on my shit. And y'all gonna love this shit. Real
When you
talk.
dropping it?
Thinking about dropping that bitch like around December, Halloween. I don't know when I want that bitch. When it's done, I'm gonna just drop that bitch.
You got features you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'd say like one feature, 2 features I got in that bitch. I told like V's. I got V's on that bitch. And I got Nino on that bitch. But I got all type of other hot shit I can't tell y'all right now. It's gonna be crazy though. Y'all gonna be proud of that nigga straight up. Shit lit.
Facts. Me personally, I know I can't wait to see what's over there. For real,
Yeah,
for real.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be better than the last one. I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears in this bitch. Real talk.
Like, I appreciate you for letting me pull up and joke you, bro. Real talk.
You already know, brother.